Hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
You're here with Brandy.
And Brittany.
I
Can we
always-
just like stop saying our names every time? I don't like it.
What if for new people?
They'll figure it out.
I don't want to. I feel like we need to.
That's true.
Either way, we had a wonderful freaking live last week.
Yeah, we did. It was so fun.
So much fun. It was a really long one. We're going to try and keep this episode
Yeah,
a
it was
little
a little
bit
rough.
shorter. And
It's just like the end of it got a little out of
It got great.
control.
I feel like it
that's
got
what
great.
happened. Yeah.
either way, yeah, we were trying to end it and then it's just like shit hit the fan
Yeah.
in a good way. So yeah, we're gonna try and keep this one a little bit shorter. If you didn't watch that, it is on Instagram. It's episode 11. Go watch it. You might have to skip some of the like parts if it gets a little slower at times because it is a live. We're like interacting.
We
with
were like
people.
waiting. Yeah.
Anyways, but definitely go watch it, especially till the end. Anyways, I was just bent over trying to set some stuff up on her computer and now I sound really nasally.
I was like, all of your sinuses are moving to
It's
your
the
head,
worst
aren't they?
thing
And she was
ever.
like,
You know, when you're getting a massage and they like make
oh,
you
it's
flip.
awful. I'm
Why
like,
have
this
they
isn't
not
fun
come
at
up
all.
with a better thing? It gets to
Yeah.
the point where I can't even breathe. Am I done yet?
Yeah, I'm like-
paying for this. Literally.
Trying to breathe out of my mouth because like there's nothing.
Literally, I feel like I get like one tiny crack and one nose hole, and I'm like,
That's how I am. Also, when I get my eyebrows microbladed,
Dude.
I don't know what it is. It like totally f's with all of my sinuses, and it's just like, ugh, all right here.
I was just talking
And I'm
to
like-
someone who got theirs done for the very first time, ironically. And I literally, the very first thing I asked was, how bad did it hurt? Like in a weird, entertaining way. And she was like, I'm not going to lie. It was not good. She was like, the worst part for me was how it affected my sinuses. And I was like,
Amen.
dude, I was crying into my ear holes.
Yes.
And she was like, yeah, that didn't happen to me. I just kept sneezing. And she said, by the time I got up, I felt like I had a head cold for the rest of the
it
day.
was awful.
Yeah.
The sinus
But
situation
the
was
pleasure
awful.
that you get from it, like from having your brows done. It's really, really nice. Anyways, today, we haven't even got to the topic.
No, this is episode 12, by the way.
Episode 12.
Yeah.
12.
Anyways, though, we think we're going to start with something. We're not sure if it'll like be enough to keep us going for the whole episode, but it might be because you know how we get about things sometimes.
Yes. I think it'll be good. We're going to try. Like I said, we're going to keep it a shorter one.
Which sounds super boring. At first, I was like, no, there's no way we're talking about that. But then we started talking about it and we were like, okay, fine. This is not really that boring. Let's save it for the pod. Save it for the pod.
yeah, I was like, let's all stop.
Yeah.
Let's stop.
Because
Me and
I don't
Brittany-
like when we like talk about it in
Yeah,
advance.
we'll do that. We'll be talking about like topics or like the topic we're talking about before the episode. And I'm like, don't tell me too much. I
Yeah.
want to have a real
Yes.
reaction
We don't
on
want it
the
to be, like,
podcast.
Too
rehearsed. Scripted.
Yes.
Either one
Not
of
about
those.
that life.
Barb,
That's why I like the lives.
we forgot
because
to
like
ask you
there's
if your volume was down for TikTok. Okay. Just want to make sure. Also, you did promise everyone that you would come on and say hi.
Not today.
Yeah, today.
She said, yeah, the next live.
She said next
Yeah.
time.
Plus,
Oh,
I feel like we might need to put something on your roots. They're looking a little warm right now.
you just did it and they
Yeah.
were super dark. Either way.
No, she got it done since then.
Oh.
Anyways, okay. So we're gonna talk. Did we tell them what we're talking
No,
about?
We're
Oh, okay.
talking about inflation.
Inflation.
Listen, this affects everyone
Mhm.
differently.
Yeah.
But most of us were not like billionaires or millionaires, so it
Yeah.
affects a lot of us the same.
I was immediately like, "There's no way we're talking about that. It's gonna be like this. Inflation sucks."
Yeah.
Done.
She was like, what will we say? It'll be like 2 seconds. And I'll be like, yeah, it sucks. But
then we
honestly,
kinda talked about it.
then literally, I don't know if it was Barb or you that you were like, I think Barb asked, she was like, how's inflation affected you?
Yeah.
And my first initial thing, and this, whatever, for some people is going to sound like, how do you do this? Or other
What was
people are going to
wrong
think
with
you're
you?
uppity. I don't really know. I used to never,
You're never gonna please everyone. So just
you're not, I'm just, this is me.
yeah.
This is me. I used to not ever look at the prices of the grocery store.
Or anyway.
I would look at prices, places, either way. But
You kind of had a bad habit of not looking at them anywhere.
I would.
And if something was like
I did.
$49.99, I'd be like, "How much is it, Brandy?" And she'd be like, $40.
No.
And I'd be like, "What?" And then I would look at the price tag and I would be like, that's $50, girl. And if you add tax, we're talking 55.
No. I do. I still do have a really bad habit. If it says, what the rest of the world does too, and marketing knows it. If it says $49.99, it's $49.
No. I'm
Even
telling
though
you,
it's not.
we would be at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something. I'd be like, "Oh, that's really cute, Brandy. Tell me how much that is." And she'd like pull it down. She'd be like, "Oh, this bitch is $40." And I would like take it to the fucking register, and I'd be like, no, it's $50."
No. There is some truth to that statement, but not.
Okay, maybe it was
wholly.
like 45, and she said it was 40.
It was,
I don't round
max
with the
I'm gonna
dollar
give you is
signs.
$42.99, and I might have said 40, and I probably had the word like in front of it because I say like too much.
I say like too much too.
Okay. Anyways,
Okay, so
yeah,
now,
I used to not look at the prices at the grocery store, and with inflation, I'm one person. My grocery visit, I go to the grocery store once a week,
yeah, we know.
and I mean I do cook
You
at
buy
home.
the same thing every
I
time.
do. You would think that I would prepare and like buy in bulk because it's cheaper or
Yeah.
something at like Sam's. I don't, because I want it like fresh,
And
whatever.
Sam's really doesn't have a ton of organic options.
Dude, I went there for the first time in like
Yeah.
forever the other day to get my chicken without what is it? Carnation? What?
Carcinogen?
Carcinogen. Is that what it's called?
A carcinogen is like a cancer-causing.
Yeah, but
Like-
it says carcinogen on it. Is that the word I'm thinking
I
of?
doubt it says that.
No,
that seems
it's not
a little
that.
like
Carnhagen.
Copenhagen.
Carrageenan.
Oh,
What the F did you not
I've never
know
heard of that before.
We talked about it.
We did.
That's cool. I still didn't. It was one of those words that I was like, I'm never going to learn that. Okay.
You used to be so good at the words.
I mean, I
At
am
the words.
good at the words. I will know the word next time if I need to know it.
Okay. What's it? What is it?
Carnegie. Is it Carrageenan? Carrageenan! I don't. What the?
What is that? What are you doing? We talked about you showing your face. You said you weren't allowed on the podcast. I am not bringing you next time.
Freaking embarrassment.
No, I didn't. She's tucked away for the night below
Yeah.
my waistband.
Mine should have been.
Anyways, Carrageenan.
Carrageenan. Yep.
Anyway,
yep.
so I went. Sam's has chicken, rotisserie chickens without carrageenan in it. So I went there the first time. They had no organic fruit. They had no
They never
no
do.
organic meat.
They don't.
I was just like, okay. I got really hyped at first. I was so hyped to be there. I was like, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
We're adults now.
Yeah.
New grocery stores excite us.
I still don't get super excited about a new grocery store.
I love a new grocery store.
I don't love grocery
You don't
stores.
cook though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I feed my kids fruit and vegetables and stuff.
Fruit.
But
Okay.
I
Either
still-
way, you do have. I started looking at the prices at my grocery store, and I get really mother effing bummed. I'm one person, and my groceries can easily. They're usually $170 a week. Sometimes they can be $200. That's insane.
I mean, that's
I'm one effing person.
my
One-
bread went up to $10 almost a loaf.
Dude, my eggs are like $12, and that's being real. Not
Really?
they're like $11.75.
Really? Because I get the free range, whatever organic
Uh-huh.
ones from Walmart, and they're like 18 pack, and they're $8. I feel like that's pretty affordable.
Do you get the same brand as me?
I don't know. Happy something? Happy
No.
something?
I get those ones that like I
Sad.
get
Your
the
eggs are sad.
eggs.
Oh.
No, I don't. I don't know what brand they are, but they're the ones that say like organic,
They all say that if they're
free
organic.
range, pasture raised.
They all
we
say that
give them a
shit.
bed and a pillow and tuck them in every single night, and they get a bedtime story. Mine say all that.
Yeah.
We give them a kiss every morning. They're loved chickens.
What's crazy is
That's what they should say. Our
if
chickens
you
are
get
loved.
chickens from like local people around here, I've seen them advertised. They're like $3 for a dozen. And I'm like, you bitches need to raise your prices.
Where are these people at?
the
and what are
people
they
bel-
feeding them?
I mean, I don't know. The people below me, they're
it's got to be
$2.50.
better though,
They're
right?
$2.50 a dozen. The neighbor
Yeah, they sketchy
on
though.
the other side, no, they're not sketchy. The other people I'm talking about,
No.
and they're like $3 a gallon. I saw like 2 or 3 people advertising
a
on
dozen?
Facebook, a dozen, that they were $3 a dozen.
Okay, so what we learned so far in this episode is that if you have someone that
Has chickens?
lays eggs,
A lot of people have chickens these days. I'm just gonna
Barb's
say.
neighbor in the middle of town has
Yeah.
chickens.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so random. I literally,
Everywhere.
I think it's yeah.
You're
you
gonna
got-
try and get her to come to your land.
Listen, it's so funny. I feel like you go to her house and there's like a chicken like right by the road, right by the main
Yeah.
road.
And people, they don't even care. They're not like, you're going to steal my chicken.
And they're not like, chicken, get over here. Get away from the road.
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
it's
Why?
like not a dog or a cat.
They probably have an electric fence up.
Oh, an
I
invisible
think there's just
fence.
something about chickens. They just like stay.
They don't wonder.
I mean, how often do you see? There's
Yeah.
like I
They
passed
trained them.
several houses that have chickens, and they're right by this road, and I don't ever see a dead chicken in the road.
A deer ran out in front of me on the interstate. Oh my gosh. One, I was terrified because he like stopped right in front of my car. And then he like ran back.
What is it with
and
you and
stopped.
deers lately?
I don't know.
I think
It's-
they hate you,
It's deer.
and now I hate you.
Anyways, and then he stopped in front of the car behind me. And I mean, I was like watching this poor deer. He had the run of his life. Poor effing thing. And
Oh.
then he finally got away from that one, jumped over the huge cement median
Yeah.
in the middle of the effing road, which like was the tallest hurdle I've ever seen in my life. And then he somehow made it across 4 lanes of interstate on the other side.
It was like Frogger.
It was poor. I literally felt so bad for him.
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, anyways, but yeah, I have to look at the freaking prices at the grocery store. That's how inflation has affected me. Just to wrap back around there. How's it affected you?
I don't look at the prices at the grocery store because
Because it's depressing.
No, I
I
need.
don't go to the
I mean, I do my Walmart delivery. I look at the prices on there, but like, there's nothing I can do about it. I need
Yeah.
the food. I'm not willing to, like, what's the word? I'm not willing to like.
sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't know that that's what I was looking for, but that works. I'm not willing to like sacrifice what I'm going to eat and like getting what I want. I'm not going to get something that's cheaper just because it's cheaper. Does that make sense? Yeah, whatever.
shit.
after she made her appearance right here, we just gonna go with something else. I don't
Yeah.
shop online ever. Like I won't even open an email that talks about something, or yeah,
I should get better at that.
yeah, and makeup won't even open it. Like I getting all this shit. There's sales everywhere. All my makeup places are having sales. I'm not even opening them because I'm like, I don't need it. When I like run out of something, then
Yeah.
I'll start watching for the emails. But if I go on, I know
Is
I'm
that
just
an
gonna buy-
inflation thing or just like simplifying your
inflation-
routine?
No, that's an inflation thing because I want to make sure I can still afford all the groceries that I want.
Mhm.
So I'm going to make sure that I can cut the things out that I don't, I'm cutting the fat, trimming the fat.
Trimming the fat. We have to trim the fat.
Makeup that I don't need is
Mhm,
trimming the fat.
mhm.
That's for damn sure.
I definitely buy less makeup.
Yeah.
Probably just huh? Oh, I will tell you.
Ooh.
I am better about like I simplify my
wasting
products.
your things.
What?
You used to like waste stuff a
When you
lot.
get the plate, is that what you call it? When you come to the plate?
Hit pan.
Hit pan?
No, I still give those to Barb.
I got a lot
I
of pan.
hate pan, hitting pan. I just like say I use something and I love it and it goes on sale. I'll just buy multiple. Then that way I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about buying it other times and I got a deal on it.
That's true.
So I'll do that. That's something I definitely have gotten better at. I do it with my shampoo and stuff from you.
Yeah.
And now I've got like 37 shampoos.
I'm like, bitch, you can get that $70 bottle of like hair growth stuff
Mhm.
for $10. And she's like, okay, I'll take 4 of
She did because it was so expensive, and I was like,
I mean,
no
70
way in
bucks, yeah.
hell am I paying the
That's smart,
$70.
though. That's how I roll too. I'm like, when there's a sale, I'm like, what do I need that's on that
Yeah.
list? Listen, Barb,
These pants are old, but I have them too. I love them.
listen, don't hate on my pants. Okay.
White
I've ordered pants from like several other places trying to find some that I love as much as these. Hate them all.
You guys stop.
I don't know why we're yawning.
I even drank coffee at 5:30, so it would get me
Whoa.
through this. I got nothing. I got nothing. I slept like shit last night.
yeah.
Did you not hear the storms? Did they not kick you awake?
I love storms at night.
Are you cutting down on coffee? Because they say if you want to
I never buy coffee.
If you want to stay rich
Out.
or get rich, stop buying expensive coffee.
I never buy coffee out. I mean, unless
Um,
it's like a special occasion.
I don't buy coffee every day.
Oh.
Go
I need,
F yourself,
we
man.
need sound effects things so we
Yeah.
can like know how
What?
Ryder does on his stream. He'll
Yeah.
like sound effects.
I don't know. I don't
we
watch
need
his
some
stream.
of those. Yeah.
Either way.
And then they're like,
Okay,
when somebody-
first off, I don't get coffee every day, and I really don't. I probably get coffee maybe twice a week. And second off,
When
if
she does,
somebody
Larry probably
else-
gets it for
no,
her.
if somebody else buys it for me, it's not me buying coffee. I hardly ever buy coffee for myself.
That's true. That's true. That voice though, don't let her come back. I didn't like that bitch.
Who was it?
I don't know. I just didn't like her.
Okay. I got a lot more of them. We could try a different one. Either way, I don't know. I feel like flights, like air flights, are
Seem-
out of this
they
world
do,
expensive, and I'm just like, that deters me a little bit. I hate driving though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to do like a long road trip, so like flying is obviously always so much more convenient.
I mean, I got a bunch of kids, so like, I mean, not a bunch, but like, I
Either
got
way.
kids, so it's easier for me just to drive, and I don't hate driving.
I hate driving. I do like having a car when I'm there, but I don't want to put like all the miles on my car. But either way, flights are just outrageous.
They
Like
are.
that flight to Boston, it was only like, I mean, Boston's not that far from us.
I mean,
That's like closer than Florida. It was $500.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
It used to be. I feel like we used to fly out of Pittsburgh
Uh-huh.
when we went to Utah all the time, like twice a year, and it was like $232.
Round trip.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You would never get that price for across the country
but that
now.
was like pre-COVID,
yeah,
so
it definitely is. It's
that's
literally insane.
wild.
But like, also, I feel like pretty much just to afford life.
Yeah,
It was a weird.
you have to have a
scary
side
noise.
hustle.
Everybody you have to like either have a side hustle, a second job, or like
Yeah,
you sell your feet pics. I mean something.
that would be classified under side hustle.
Yeah, probably. I haven't gone there yet, but
You have nice feet. I would do that.
you have nice. I just don't think it's real. I think it's all fake that people are talking about that they sell their feet pics.
I totally believe
Is it you believe it because you sell
it.
yours?
Yep. I
Nobody
even asked
nobody
them, "Can you please send me some
wants.
of your feet," and I sent them and put them on mine. They were bad.
I think they want pretty feet. They right? They don't want your corns.
I think they want pretty feet.
I'm just kidding.
I will tell me, Ryder told me about the feet pimps. Remember?
Yeah. But is
And,
that
like,
real?
I think it is because I see other like
I'm, like,
influencers
becoming-
that are like,
One with the couch.
they'll put words. You're gonna move from your thing, but they'll put words over their like feet or like
That's wild.
scribble them out or something, and they literally say no free dogs.
Oh, no free dog because your foot's your dog.
They're like dogs, like they're really like, look at those dogs, like
Okay.
woo, those dogs. Like, woo, free the dogs. I don't know. They say shit.
Okay.
So they say no free dogs, and they cover up their feet because
That's
people
funny.
be stealing them.
Then that's wild.
Mm-hmm. People are creepy.
Either
Way, you gotta have like a side hustle. I feel like, I don't know, it's just very stressful times. Very
even like
stressful.
I will say
times.
driving a car is inflation makes it so much more expensive because gas is more under control now,
Mhm.
but because everything else went up. So it's like countered.
Or is it just that we're used to it?
No.
Because it's still like $4 something.
it's like $3.50.
It's like $4 something.
I don't think so. But anyways, okay.
Okay, I do have to get the premium.
Yeah. Okay.
The
There you
stupid
go,
shit.
bitch. I don't.
Okay.
But I just feel like in general, like cars are so expensive
Cars
right
are
now. They
so
never went back down.
effing expensive.
And then insurance is up so high and interest rates are out of the world, like
That's
out
true.
of control.
Affecting like the housing market
Yes,
and like buying a
and
house and selling houses,
one more thing
rent.
with
Oh my
cars. Oh,
gosh.
Freaking your like even your registration and all of that is doubled.
Is it?
Yes. It's crazy. Like when you go to buy your license, it
Mm-hmm.
used to be $60 for 2 years and now it's like $100 and some dollars. Everything is so expensive when it comes to a car, I feel
Yeah.
like lately.
But then you have to go home and go through the self-checkout.
Oh my gosh. I saw a girl the other day on Facebook talking about she went to, I don't think it's like a local Walmart, but she was at like some kind of store and they had all the self-checkouts. And she's like, that's basically all you have now is self-checkouts.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll have like one lane.
Yeah. And she said, which is fine. I took all of my items out of my cart, put them on the thing, checked them all out, put them all back in. That's totally fine. Then as I'm going out the door, there's a huge line of people showing their receipts. And she said, my ass went around them. And the person, excuse me, ma'am. She said, I held my receipt up in the air. You either trust me to do my self-checking out or you don't. She said, that's just how it is. If you want me to check my damn self out, you're going to have to trust me. You got a camera on it If you don't trust me to
What
check
are
my
they
freaking
scanning
receipt,
though? Because I feel like I saw a video one time about what they were scanning for at Sam's because people were like making a fuss that they were like, they don't even look at my card or like they look at like two things or they scan like 2 items or something.
That's
And I'm
usually
like,
what they do.
are you
They
actually
scan-
looking for?
they scan the receipt and then they just pick a random 2 items in your cart or a few to scan to make sure that they were on your receipt. Does that make sense?
So they're just like,
it's just random.
statistically,
Yes.
they will, I don't know, 1 out of 10 times catch something if somebody didn't.
They usually, I think, pick like the most like steak or like things that would be a little bit more expensive that you might have on purposely left off.
I checked out of Sam's with 4 items and she scanned 3 of them.
Well, maybe she thought
Like,
she was.
bitch, you can look
maybe
and see
she
my
thought she was
receipt.
a thief.
I mean, maybe. I didn't even have pockets. I literally had like
Pockets.
I don't what she.
You weren't gonna put the steak in your pockets. It's because
I literally got like mango salsa, a chicken, and like salmon or something. No, I don't even think I got salmon. I don't
But
know.
anyways, I just got a kick out of that. I
Yeah.
was like, that's true. I,
I
mean,
mean, it
like,
is.
you either if you want me to do it, you're gonna have to trust me.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I mean, I like self checkouts because they are horrible at bagging your stuff. Like
I mean, yeah,
absolutely
but
horrible.
it's rough when you have like me and I've got my kids with me.
Do you
on
go
the-
to the grocery store with your kids?
Sometimes I'll go to Walmart and I had a ton of shit the other day and I had both of my kids with me and I'm already struggling to push
That
a
just sounds
stroller
like the
and a
worst plan
buggy.
ever. Who does that?
Well, sometimes you ain't got a choice.
I mean, you're not a single
Because
mom.
my Walmart delivery guy the other day was like, I was just here yesterday. Stop the judgment! Like,
I'm
yes,
sorry, sir. Are you judging me?
I needed
I'm hungry.
shit 2 days in a row. I'm sorry. I pay for it. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't doing it in a mean way, but I felt judged. Okay. And anyways, so yes, I went to Walmart. So I couldn't even find a register that I didn't have to self-check all my shit. So I was like trying to keep my kids from grabbing
you wanted
shit.
to go to a drive or a drive-through. You wanted to
drive-through.
go through a drive-through.
I wanted to go
register?
through a regular one.
Yeah. Can I have some room here?
Oh, fine.
I swear.
Yes. Amen.
Just top it 10% if you bring your
They don't give
That's
a
true.
shit. They're just trying to save money wherever they freaking can.
And then I did go to a regular checkout one time at Walmart recently. I think I told you about that. And the girl was, and mind you, I was a checkout person at Walmart. Okay. Me and Shane both were
she
at a
has
time.
paid her dues.
At a time in our life. And this girl was in the worst mood I've ever.
Worse
She
than
was,
me calling the DMV lady.
oh my gosh, she was so cranky
Mm.
and didn't like say hi. Said nothing.
They never
was,
say
like,
hi anymore. None of them
throwing
ever
my
say
shit
hi.
around. You could tell she was like really pissed off about something. Obviously, nothing I did because
Yeah.
like I just
Maybe
showed up.
something just happened at work. Like somebody was like,
I'll tell you what was going on.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on, because she made sure I knew about it.
"Oh,
Yeah.
oh, she
Yeah.
was one of those."
And so I'm like going
I
through,
don't like those.
putting all my shit up. Shane's with me, and I'm like, this girl is so pissed off. And he's like, yeah. And Shane's like, overly nice when it comes to people. And she wasn't even being nice to him. And I was like, okay. And so
That actually reminds me of something about Shane.
nice.
No,
So
a
we're
good
going
thing. It's a
through the
good thing.
checkout, and I finally get up to like pay, and she's like, I guess they just want me to piss myself. Stand here and piss myself. Mind you, I have my kids with me.
Aw.
And I'm like, okay, like that's awkward for me. Why would you tell me about this? You
I would
haven't
have
even
covered
said
your
hi.
kids' ears. That
I
way
didn't
she
know
knew.
it was coming out.
Yeah, that's true. Right afterwards, don't you see it in the movies? They're always like, "Excuse me, excuse me."
So I guess she had to use the bathroom. And since there's only one register working and there's only one person to work that register, they didn't let her go to the bathroom. So she thought she would take it out on us as customers.
Yeah.
I was like, that shit, I would have been fired for that when I worked at Walmart.
Isn't it crazy the times?
Not
are
to
so
mention,
different.
I probably would have been fired just for showing up to work looking like a hoodlum,
Oh yeah.
like she looked.
I went to Muriel's today, and oh my gosh, the workers, the status quo of like getting ready for work.
Yeah.
I remember that was one of those places you like Rocco. Literally, you had to
Yeah.
get ready for work.
Yes.
I swear, they all rolled out of bed. They slept over together, and all were running late. And they were just like, "You look fine. We're good." They didn't even look in the mirror. I think they were like, they just turned their shirt inside out from yesterday. Like, it was
I feel like-
horrible.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the trends that have been happening lately. But
No,
I feel
think
like
that you can't tell people to get ready for work.
it makes people feel like they don't have to take any pride in their appearance.
No, I really think that like with all of the equality and the
No, I feel like it was
stuff.
the baggy like
I
clothes
don't-
and stuff like that. So people were like, okay, I can wear baggy ass clothes and be trendy. But there's a difference. Like you still have to kind of look put together a little bit. You can't look like you just
I'm telling you,
Crawled out
these
of bed.
people rolled out of bed with their hair. Their shirts are not oversized. That's not the problem. A lot of them
That's
are
true.
like just
That's true.
problems.
That's true.
It's just that like literally as an employer, it's almost the same as like
Yeah.
other things
I
that
mean,
used to
I
happen.
guess,
You
like,
can't
how
be
are
like
you gonna
you have
say-
to wear makeup. Like there's literally no. You remember we had our
Yeah,
a
that's
job
true.
or job
We had like a we're hiring
listing,
post
yeah,
on Facebook,
and they made us take it down because we literally said you had to take pride in your appearance.
Yeah. They
What's
said
the
that-
opposite of that though?
Uh,
Not give a fuck
not
about
giving
your
a
appearance.
shit what you look like, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's just the world that we live in, I guess.
It's
Now,
crazy.
I went to Panda Express and some guy pretty much just like threw my effing food at me.
What is the world coming to?
The girl on, I swear, they're always so rude there. Like they're just so rude. And I pulled up to the drive-thru. This was a while ago, and the girl on the thing was so nice. I was
Aw.
like so ready to roll up to the window, and I was gonna be like, "You are literally the nicest Panda Express worker that I've ever had." And I swear they had like a football player, linebacker, and he like, if there was someone standing there, he would have punched them because it was just like I pulled up, the window came open, and he just like put like. Not any look at me, not anything, literally. And I was like, thank you. And he's like, yeah. Never mind. I take my thank you back, sir. Like, what? It was horrible.
I feel like the creep factor has also kind
Creep?
of like the creep factor has gone up. Maybe
know
it's
what this
just like
means.
I don't travel, so it's probably just like in my like in our little town. But I feel like I'm not used to being creeped out. But I feel like lately I've had several occasions where I was creeped out.
Creeped out
By
by,
people.
like perverts,
I mean, I don't I wouldn't like
stalkers,
specifically.
murderers.
I don't know what they are. Ruffians and thugs. Okay.
Looking at you like
Like I took the kids to what is
The park.
Wave Tech, like the playground at Wave Tech,
Mhm.
because it was like 93 degrees this like on this particular day.
Mhm.
And I knew that the playground had trees around it, like shading it. So I knew it wouldn't be like super hot. So I took them there, and like the pool's open. So there's a ton of people at the pool. And I figured there would be a lot of people at the playground because like it's a nice playground,
Yeah, but
kind
it's
of big,
hot.
but it was hot. And there was no other families there. And they have a couple picnic tables, and there was like a ton of like adult people, not like a ton, but like 6 adult people just like crowded around this one picnic table. And like they didn't have any kids. And so that was kind of like strange. They didn't have any food. So I didn't know like why they were hanging out there. Maybe it was like some kind of a club. I don't know, but they all
Did
like,
I miss the meeting flyer?
and I'm not like, I didn't really notice anything about their appearance. So it wasn't that I was like judging them by their covers, because like I didn't even really pay attention to how, like
Yeah.
what they looked like.
It was just like a
It was just
conglomerate of
the
adult
age group
people.
of them, yes. And that there was just like no reason for them
They
to
were
be
all
there.
males.
No,
Oh.
there were a couple women,
Okay,
but it just like, I don't know. It made me uncomfortable a little bit
it is
because I was
weird.
there
And they were
alone.
at a playground.
Yeah. With,
they have like black things over their
yeah. They looked like they were going to rob a bank, Barb.
They were having their meeting before they were robbing.
They're like, okay, ready? Break.
Yeah.
Nobody will expect anything of it at a playground. But I don't know. I was like very
I
on
mean, it is
edge.
weird that it's at a playground.
I was on
There were
edge.
6 of them. They could have grabbed your kids and took
Oh,
off.
100%.
And
And I
held
like,
you down.
I also thought was strange because I was like looking around the parking lot. There weren't any cars.
They walked there.
I
and
don't
they had
know.
no children.
No children.
And
so
they were
I just
at a playground.
I
That
thought
is
it was weird. So I
That
was
is
like
weird.
creeped out
Okay,
then.
okay.
Most also because I was alone with my kids, like
Yeah,
both of them.
yeah.
And like if I would have tried to grab them and been like, let's go like to the car and make it like nonchalant, Lincoln would have been like digging his heels in. Why are we leaving, Mom?
I thought you said his dick in his heels.
He's digging his heels into the ground.
Like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to leave.
Yeah. And then
And then you'd be like, fine, you're all for yourself, sir. I tried to save you. Bye.
be like, you have blonde hair, blue eyes, kid, you gotta go.
That's so
And-
funny.
So then they ended up leaving, which I was like, okay, finally I can breathe. Then this group of like teenage boys showed up, and I did notice that they were a little ruffian looking, and they were like legitimately fighting with each other. Like, I
It was
think
Fight Club?
it was like a, yes,
It was Fight Club.
I think it was
Fight Club at the park, the
at
playground.
the children's playground, 93 degrees, and they decided to have a fight club session. Okay.
Full-on fist fights?
I don't know.
Slapfest.
Yes,
They were just
they
slap
were more slaps. So I was slap fighting. So I was uncomfortable about that too, and I was like, okay, you know what? Like one more slide, bitches, and we're out. Okay,
one more slide.
And what about the guy at Fairmont State when you were driving?
And then yes, a couple days
Oh
later,
yeah, that's creepy.
I was on my way home after we came here and did my hair after decorating for the party. And I was on my way home going through Fairmont State and like the dorms are dead. It was probably
It's
like
summer.
11:30, 12 o'clock. Yeah, the dorms are dead.
Yeah.
Like nobody's there.
School's out.
Yeah, school's out for the summer.
What was that?
Anyways, and there was a guy there. And I only saw him, it was pitch black because my headlights shined over there. Standing, he didn't seem to be in distress, waving me down. Both arms.
And you were like,
And I was
you
like-
rolled down your window just a little,
No,
and you were
bitch!
like, I saw this movie on Lifetime. You're not getting me. Bye.
push the lock button on my car and I'm like, not today, Junior.
Yeah.
Bye.
I will say I do. If people are walking by my car and they just get a little bit too, I do the lock
But you can
button.
hear it.
I don't give a fuck.
Car automatically locks when you start.
Dude, sometimes I'm like, I know it's probably locked, but I'm going to do just in case. Like, it definitely was not locked.
Wait a second. So I get what you're saying.
There are some safety features, but sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
It's when you start driving.
That's why they say as soon as you get in, you close the door. They do that. Like Brandy does that dick around thing in the car where she like gets in and she sits there for 45 minutes. And like, that's when they say,
Craig might be.
yeah,
listening.
Craig
No, I'm
might
just
be
kidding.
listening. That's why
Sorry,
they
Craig,
say
we're
like,
just
don't
joking.
do that. No, Craig totally seemed like a nice guy. He was
Yeah.
concerned about your aluminum intake.
Listen, my doctor is too.
So yeah, that it's a thing.
Yeah.
They say that you shouldn't do that because it makes
Block
you
your-
more susceptible.
Oh yeah. I had a full-on stalker in college, but that was before Instagram stories happened, and I was an influencer, and I need to make
Now you have a lot of
update the people.
stalkers.
Oh no, I just mean like that's why I sit in my car.
Oh,
I had somebody literally like remember a stalker in college?
not really.
Oh my gosh,
Who was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know his name. He was real.
not the woman who said that you were like screwing around with her husband and like came to your house a couple times to like beat you the hell up. Remember
she
that
went
woman?
to my old house.
Yeah, that
luckily.
woman was
She was fucking
crazy.
crazy. I think she was fake. I don't think she actually went to my house. Remember, I
Oh.
contacted the cops, and they were like, "It's just a scam."
Why would she do? Who has time for that?
I don't know.
Just get a job.
what do you mean?
I mean, would they do that for money?
Yeah.
Then
They-
get a
they,
job.
like,
Way less effort,
try
and
it.
you could actually
I
make
don't know
money.
what they're gonna like. How would
don't
they
know.
get money from me?
Okay, we
Stay
got
away
way
from my
off the
house.
inflation
Yeah.
track.
How does inflation? Do you feel like is making more creeps?
I don't think it's related,
You know.
unless
Then why'd
maybe
you bring it up?
Because
I'm just kidding.
I was just
people are money
saying.
and they're trying to do anything they can.
I was just
Oh.
saying that was another thing that I have noticed lately. Like, I don't know if it's tied to inflation. It's wild how like everything comes full circle. Anyways, that's all.
Mhm.
It could be related, but again, I didn't notice that the people were like any type of way. They were just like people. So I don't know that the creepiness of them. I will say,
What?
and I feel like I've talked a lot. You haven't really got a turn. I haven't really shut
That's
up.
what
Okay.
she's
The
just kidding.
almost the same area
Uh-huh.
as like going through Fairmont State.
Uh-huh.
We came back from vacation one time, me and Shane and two other people.
You
and
went
it
for
was-
vacation.
This was years ago before I even had Lincoln.
Okay.
We were young. We came back from a vacation. We had driven like the whole way.
Wait, you went on vacation and didn't take me?
And it was late. Yes. I
don't
went on
remember that.
vacation a lot and didn't take you.
What other couple would you take?
It was Steve and Debbie. They took us. Goodness.
No wonder you didn't take me.
Anyways, so
Brittany,
they
you're supposed
live
to do this.
they live like down by Fairmont State though.
Mhm.
And when we came home, it was super late and we drove past a parking lot and there was a person there. Okay.
Laying on the ground.
No.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
If so, that was a really good guess.
They were waving us down with their arms. They had no legs
and they didn't have a chair.
at all. No chair, no legs. Waving us down. For us to please, because they did roll the window. There was enough of us there, and two of them were
Yeah.
guys. They did, and he looked like he was in distress, obviously.
I
Waved
mean,
us
really,
down,
does it look
and they
more distressed?
Had this
Couldn't get more
whole
distressed.
story about like
Someone stole
how
his
someone
wheelchair.
stole his wheelchair. I mean, he seemed had nothing to do with his no legs, but I think he had like a little bit of like a drug problem. Probably it seemed like he might have been on something. But
Yeah,
how
I'd
crazy!
probably be on some
How
drugs too.
crazy!
Yeah, that's crazy.
No freaking legs, waving us down with his arms, that someone stole his wheelchair. I mean, you got to be the low of the low.
Don't fall for anything like that now.
Well,
That could be a scam.
Yeah, they could come and attack you. They have people waiting.
They
don't-
Yeah.
they're just going to use the no-legged man.
Yeah. I saw a video of a dog that scammed someone.
I'm just saying, if it would have just been me like it was at Fairmont State, again, I'll call 911 for you, buddy, as I drive by. I ain't stopping.
I feel
I'm sorry,
so bad when I
legs, no
see
legs.
like old people like on the side of the road, but I'm just like, you never know.
You saved a drunk person at family.
Yeah, me and Barb did that.
That wasn't me.
I thought it was you.
I don't think so. I don't
It
remember
was
this.
me and you.
We caught about some old people.
Yeah, we thought he was just old and he fell. And then we got over there and we were like, your ass is drunk. You did this to yourself, sir. I'm going to kick you.
Yeah, get back down. That's so funny.
We were like, son of a bitch. We thought we were helping up people.
Yes.
Good Samaritan act for the day.
I mean, maybe it's just like more people having to become homeless probably because inflation and like not
I
having money
said,
and stuff
the
costs so freaky
creepiness,
much.
The people
I
weren't
mean, that
homeless.
doesn't make them be creepy though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I
like
don't-
it
I
wasn't.
don't know.
It
We should
wasn't.
probably just drop that one because I doubt it's related to that.
I don't know.
I don't know. But just like bills in general, like all of your bills are so high. Not yours, like everyone's.
I don't really pay attention to my bills.
I do. You know which bill I don't pay attention to because it just pisses me off?
What, your
bill? That one. Yeah, the water bill that they
That has
just
your-
tack all the fucking shit on in the
'Cause you
world.
live
Like
in the
literally,
city.
I thought the other day I said something about like the governors like needed a new pool. Like that's pretty much where it's at. Like that's about the level of
If they would just put it on
outlandish
there,
shit.
they should just be honest.
I
They
would-
shouldn't like say it's this special
Yeah.
thing.
Say, you know what, Justice wants a new pool. He's going to invite you over. Like, add a little dough. I don't know. Instead, they're like, you know, here's a firefighter tax. Here's a dog pissed on your lawn tax. Here is school for all of the U.S. Even though you don't have children, you have to pay for their schooling. And literally,
Like the people that hold the signs.
your neighbors are pissed off at you on Tuesday next week. We scheduled it and you have to pay a bill for that. I mean, literally, they just have like everything on there.
They just need to be real with it.
A
Like the-
water runoff tax. That's a real thing. There is a water runoff tax or bill
does
or
that go to the people who the water runs off into their property, or
I don't freaking know. I think it's a lie. I think it's to fill his pool.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I'm literally I don't have anything against him. I'm totally fine.
using it as an
Yeah,
example?
just an example. I could be in any state. You don't even know what state I'm in.
You said his name.
Shit. Either way, there is a water runoff tax.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know what it is.
crazy.
I should Google it, but I really just try not to look at that bill.
Yeah.
I have it automated because it literally pisses me off the shit that they add on there.
Then you just be real and say this is for drugs and hookers.
Literally,
and just say like
you
this
know,
is,
like the
this is
homeless
for a
people that
party I'm
hold the
getting ready-
sign that say that. Just you're probably
That's what I'm
have they
saying.
get more money. I'm sure.
Probably, and be like, well, at least you ain't lying. At least you ain't saying that it's
Yeah.
going to poor people or that you're starving to death when I know you got a Red Bull bottle emptied behind you and that shit's expensive.
Do you know there's a homeless guy that goes to my gym? He holds a sign by the interstate
Oh, I
and
thought you
comes
meant
and
like,
works out at my gym.
oh,
So I'm
okay.
like, you have a gym membership? Who pays for
Interesting.
that? Where do you live?
Do you need to have a home to have a gym membership? I
No,
mean,
but
what
like-
if your priorities is I need to look buff so I can beat the fuck out of people to protect myself on the streets? I'm just saying.
Okay, homeless man. I'll give you that one.
They have priorities too.
Positive is on
I have definitely seen him.
begging for money.
Yes, with a sign.
Well, okay. Is he wearing workout clothes when he does
No.
that? Or he changes and then goes to the gym and he has
He's
workout
not really in workout clothes
appropriate.
ever.
Oh.
But people come to my gym in non-workout appropriate
Okay.
clothes, and that creeps me out, but it happens.
Like jeans.
Jeans, work boots. They literally put on like they had to put a sign that like you can't wear non-athletic shoes because people wear like work
What if
boots.
that's the only boots they have?
They still wear them. I think they just like
Oh.
they're still technically like there's a rule that you're not supposed to like wear just a sports bra, but you know your bitch up in there showing off these biceps. I'm just kidding.
It's for the biceps.
It's for the biceps. I'm actually showing off my traps.
That's what you're definitely
I
showing.
can't hide
Those
the traps.
beastie
Yeah.
traps.
Either way, we're gonna wrap this episode up. We would love to hear how inflation is affecting you guys.
Mhm.
And do we have a challenge for this week?
No challenge, but if you need a side hustle, hit me up.
The challenge is to get a side hustle because you're gonna need it because inflation's only getting worse. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think it'll get much worse? I don't know.
Fucking hope not.
I
I'm
hope
literally
not.
going to be homeless.
You're gonna be the girl at the gym.
Maybe people should take some blessing boxes.
Oh,
I don't know. Do we have any of those around?
Oh yeah, lots
Blessing
all over the
boxes?
place.
Okay.
Like almost every time you turn around,
Really? I feel like I've never turned around and saw one.
you just don't pay attention.
They're all over the place.
There
All
is
over
a
the
couple
place.
churches in
There's
downtown that you can like
usually
hang
close
some
to
stuff.
schools. They
Uh-huh.
usually have one close to every school. And then a lot of churches have their own.
And
Mhm.
don't go through your cabinet and get expired.
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah.
Just when you go to the grocery store, just add a couple more
A
things.
box of cereal.
Box of cereal is like $7.
Not cereal. Ramen noodles. You might need boiled water for that, so never mind.
I mean, like,
Anybody.
Yeah.
A person that has 4 kids. And
yeah, they might have a house and
Anybody
they
can
probably
get
have
out of
water.
these blessing
yeah,
boxes?
anybody.
Like,
don't
you
have
just,
to,
like,
fill out
open
a
it.
tax form.
Somebody put a cake mix and everything and candles.
Balloons, a whole birthday box.
That's really nice.
It was.
Barb's gonna cry.
She is.
Listen,
are we gonna have an episode that Barb doesn't cry in the
No.
background?
When I go on trips, I like to try churches in the area. I think it's really fun. I like to go to new gyms
I
and I
love
like to
that,
try
yeah.
churches in the area.
Totally not down for the gym thing, but the church, you got me.
Either way, I loved this church when I was in Dallas. I don't know what it is. And you know me, like, I mean, I'll cry at church. I don't cry in a lot of other things in life. You know, give me
Unless
a
it's a
grandpa
grandpa.
video or dad videos sometimes, any of those. But like church, I don't know if it's because you're there and you're like immersed in it, but like my emotions
Sometimes.
are flowing sometimes. I remember that girl literally, she was telling her baptism story and I started crying. Had to go find her afterwards. I was like, oh, I don't even know what the fuck I
At
said.
church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, I mean, whatever. She was like young,
Okay.
like, you know, that like really not fun time where like you get bullied really easily.
Okay.
And
Ugly
she was up
stage
there.
time.
Yes.
Oh, that's rough.
Bad time. And she did it.
Rough.
Go her.
Go ahead.
Either way. This church, it just happened to be like around before, like it was the month before Thanksgiving or whatever.
Okay.
Literally first time at this church. I was gonna be in town though for the next week. And they were giving out bags. They gave you the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a list in the bag to pretty much make to go to the
Thanksgiving
grocery
dinner.
store and get all the stuff for someone to make Thanksgiving dinner. But listen, it wasn't like Thanksgiving dinner because like they know that a lot of people can't afford to like let me buy a whole nother Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
They literally had, it was almost sad, but it was like the most random shit, like mac and cheese, because they were like, that's a pretty
Mhm.
cheap thing. That'll be like a pasta. They had like a, what's that shit we used to eat? Like tuna helper, but it was like beefo helper or
hamburger helper. Listen, she def ain't broke enough yet. She ain't looking at the prices that hard. Beefo helper. Which reminds me of an episode of Yellowstone. Beth was, she must not cook. And she was like, I made hamburger helper, but all I had was tuna, so it's some kind of shit like that.
oh, that's funny. I don't.
Beefo helper. It's like SpaghettiOs. Beefo. I can't help myself. It's so funny.
Okay, either way, but it was just like, and I think there was literally like a cake mix and stuff,
Yeah.
and it was just like super random stuff. But
I like that.
I don't know why.
So that could be your challenge to take
To do something, yeah.
Okay, like a blessing box,
Do something
or like
to
at your
counter
church.
inflation for someone else who may be hurting a little bit more from it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's something else I started? What? If I see money on the ground or sitting in a random place, I motherfucking leave it. Because I'm like, someone out there needs it more than me.
That's because it has drugs on it.
No.
How often are you seeing money laying around places?
I mean, to the point where I'm almost like, God is testing me, or like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, probably like 5 times in the last
how
month.
much money are we talking about? A quarter? Yeah, you're really helping them out.
No, no.
They are thanking you.
I saw like a 20 at the grocery store.
What?
At the grocery store on the floor, I saw some money at the floor of my gym. And it was like a little bit, like there was multiple bills there. I couldn't see
Huh.
like exactly what. I definitely saw a couple ones just randomly. I can't even remember where I was sitting on the ground
My
somewhere.
house?
No. In your wallet.
And they say do not pick it up.
I don't.
Yeah.
But not for the drugs. I just am like,
She's like, that next person, they gonna get fucked up.
no.
Not me.
And I mean, I swear it happens so much now that I started doing it to the point where I'm like, No.
No.
No. Don't do it.
But I can't.
Don't,
No.
no, we're not doing it. I'm just like, are you taunting me? What's going on
That's
here?
weird.
Is it a test?
I don't know. That's
It
kinda
happens
strange.
a lot. I'm
If
telling
you
you.
find like a couple hundred, we'll revisit it. It might be a test.
I don't know. Okay.
Take it.
We need to, we're going to wrap this up. But yeah, your
But
challenge
anyways,
for
yeah,
the
it was
week.
fun. Really, really great. Bye.
Yeah. Give back to somebody if you can.
I mean, if
The
you
blessing
can't, then-
boxes. Buy some extra food and take it to a blessing box or your church or
I love that.
Yeah.
Anything.
literally anything.
Sometimes I put like shampoo and stuff because like that's just expensive.
But where are they showering?
They are not people who are living on the street that always take it.
People live at South Point.
They like take a bag and make it look like they're dropping stuff off and they're taking it.
Yeah, it could. I don't know. Okay.
No.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next week.
For episode 13.
I almost thought you said 14.